There are many different ways to remember the 1960s, and this is mine. I've used interviews, journalistic accounts, and the work of other scholars and memoirists to add flesh to the bones of personal recollection. I've set out to capture in these chapters, for those who lived it and wish to remember, and for those who didn't but still want to know, the competing story arcs of tragedy and hope. There was in these years the sense of a steady unfolding of time, as if history were on a forced march, and the changes spread to every corner of our lives. As future generations debate the meaning, I also seek to do some of that here. I hope to offer a sense of how it felt. For me, this is history of a personal kind, the story of a decade in which I came of age, and in which my professional aspirations took shape. I graduated from college in the terrible year of 1968, a year in which 2 assassinations altered the psyche and spirit of the country in ways from which we have not yet recovered. I knew as a journalist beginning my career in that year that I wanted to write about these things, and that the line between history and journalism was thin. In many ways, I think, everything I have written is rooted in that time. Thus, I offer within this book one writer's reconstruction and remembrance of a transcendent era, one that, for better or worse, lives with us still. As our thoughts return to those turbulent times, which they do so often, many of us remember in fragments, in bits and pieces of cherished recollection in which the world seems brimming over with hope. There is the face of JFK, confident and smiling, frozen in memory on the television screen, delivering the words now chiseled on his grave. Now the trumpet summons us again, not as a call to bear arms, though arms we need, not as a call to battle, though embattled we are, but a call to bear the burden of a long twilight struggle, year in and year out, rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation. A struggle against the common enemies of man, tyranny, poverty, disease, and war itself. And there is the image, too, of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. speaking on a temperate summer afternoon, a crowd of 250,000 stretching out before him as far as the eye could see. He has not strayed far from the words on his written draft when Mahalia Jackson, standing nearby, urges him gently, "Tell them about the dream, Martin.